Among the several mid-cap stocks to keep on your radar, the first one will be Mastek, as the company's board will be meeting today to consider the buyback proposal. And the promoters currently hold 46.7% stake in the company, and the company is sitting with a cash of about 250 crore rupees. So, though this was announced on Monday in an exchange filing, and the stock has been pretty active since. Just to let you know, last time when the company exercised the buyback, which closed in February 2013 last year, it had bought about 9% of the paid up capital at an average price of 150 rupees per share. Also, MTNL will be in focus, as reports indicate that the group of ministers will be meeting today to decide on the revival roadmap for MTNL as well as BSNL. And there is also a cabinet meeting which is likely to be scheduled tomorrow on January 9th, which will mull the support package. And reports have been suggesting that both the companies are likely to surrender their 4G spectrum, and the government will refund them for that, which will aid the loss-making entities. Also, some resource companies such as Sunflag Iron as well as Dalmia Bharat Cements should be on your tab, as the coal ministry has deallocated their coal blocks. And lastly, from the small cap space, you have Thinksoft Global Services, where SQS Software Quality Systems has said that they'll be looking to acquire about 30.5 lakh shares from the shareholders of the company via an open offer. And SQS Software Quality currently already holds about 26% stake. So after if they are able to successfully acquire 30.5 lakh shares, their stake will rise by another 30%. So then they will become the majority shareholders and also the promoters of the company. Well, Maruti Suzuki, Tata Steel and Cadila Healthcare were the three stocks among others which were very active in trade. Maruti Suzuki maintained its high gear and was up 2% in an otherwise weak market. It continued its climb for the fifth straight day and went on to hit record high on the bourses, backed by brokerage upgrades, where brokerages have been bullish due to the new product launch pipeline, which is expected to plug the gaps in the product portfolio. It is also expected to lead the recovery in the auto market and is most likely to enhance its market share gains from the rural segment. So on the back of this, it turned out to be the top gainer on BSE Auto Index as well as Nifty, driven by 1 month high volumes. On the other side, you had Tata Steel, which continued its downslide for the fourth straight day and slumped more than 3%. So the earlier optimism in the sector is clearly getting dented. And most of the analysts are indicating that the top steel maker is set to post the smallest profit margin in more than a decade, where dull price realizations and high finance costs will clearly be putting its earnings under pressure. And that is at a time when the outlook also looks sluggish, the revival looks distant, and that is in a challenging year where the economic growth has decelerated, as has been seen in most of the steel consuming sectors such as auto as well as infra. So it was the top loser on the BSE Metal Index as well as Nifty, dragged down by 1 week high volumes. Lastly, Cadila Healthcare advanced more than 2% after it said that it will be announcing the pentavalent vaccine, which will be used for the treatment of critical diseases, and this will have a market size of nearly 800 crores in India. And since this will be a limited competition drug, it will enjoy higher margins over here. So therefore, it turned out to be the top gainer on BSE Healthcare Index, which was also the top sectoral gainer, and it was pushed up by 1 week high volumes.